Chapter 48: Walter's journey to the third heaven, the hypothesis, and the lack of evidence. The weekend was at the door. Walter had ambitions to take the whole Saturday and Sunday completely off. Was that so strange? Most people use the weekends for leisure and relaxation. But not a composer. Composers must compose all the time. However, this weekend Walter had decided to put away the score sheets and instead go with his girlfriend out to the archipelago, bringing a packed lunch and coffee in a thermos. The trip went to Verdens Ende, World's End, an idyllic spot on the coast in Furda municipality, with a view towards the well-known Furda lighthouse. The smooth rocks lay waiting patiently. Polished by weather and wind, shaped like lush female forms, a true delight for the eyes. Walter let his thoughts spin, but remained silent towards his girlfriend. She noticed, but said nothing. They found a sheltered nook. Sun and wind greeted them. A perfect place, a perfect day. An unexpected humming arose, a kind of deep motor sound, low vibrations, low frequency. Walter heard it immediately. His girlfriend noticed it shortly after. But the sound grew stronger and increasingly unpleasant. The well-shaped rock formations began to tremble slightly. And the trembling intensified in proportion to the sound. The shaking increased in strength. The coffee cups on the rock shelf rattled. It became eerie. Walter exclaimed that the Oslofjord area was known for volcanic activity. "This is a significant earthquake," he said. His phone worked fine. He quickly checked the news and saw that the major newspapers were reporting an earthquake across the entire region, with the epicenter in Bohuslän, Sweden. The magnitude was 7.2 on the Richter scale. There was great danger of aftershocks. What should they do? They were in a relatively safe place, no buildings that could collapse on them. They decided to return to the car. There, they could sit safely. On the way to the car, a powerful aftershock hit, so they hurried as fast as they could, jumped in, and breathed a sigh of relief. The car's interior felt warm and secure. All they could do was wait. Walter checked the news constantly. Buildings in Strömstad and Halden had suffered major damage, and the road surface by the Svinesund Bridge had collapsed. So far, there were no reports of injuries. But it was early. News would come continuously as events unfolded. A once peaceful day had taken on a frightening character. From harmony to horror in mere seconds. The conversation slowed to a halt. Both sat silently staring out through the windshield. Both shaken to their core. But why not just head home, check on the house, and hope it was still habitable? The roads were fine, although they noticed some brick facades with visible cracks. Eventually, they arrived at their house by the forest edge. It looked untouched at first glance. Inside, everything was in order. "Thank God, we've been lucky." Walter sat down comfortably in his armchair in the living room while his girlfriend busied herself in the kitchen. Soon, freshly made onion omelette with toasted bread and chamomile tea was served. The house smelled wonderful, and its warmth took on a new meaning in light of the day's drama. The afternoon and evening passed seamlessly. Walter was tempted to pull out the score again, but hesitated and instead chose a large glass of beer. Beer of high quality. An IPA, strong and full-bodied. There were 2 such glasses before nighttime embraced them both. Nothing but pure rest came to mind, and they soon fell fast asleep. Unexpectedly, after half an hour, Walter left the bed and went into the living room. He wasn't heading for his workroom or the score sheets. He went outside into the garden and sat down in the garden pavilion. Comfortably reclined on the garden sofa, and drifted into sleep mode. He was clearly sleeping restlessly. His eyelids trembled. It seemed REM sleep had already reached him. As an observer of Walter's sleep, we were now able to move into his dream. How is that possible? Well, as the author, you can move anywhere, take residence in anyone. There are no limitations. We now sat in a cabin, apparently inside some sort of flying craft. It accelerated rapidly, and the speed was immense. Both Earth and Moon vanished in an instant. The velocity increased further, and the recoil could be felt physically. Then came yet another surge of speed, and everyone was rendered unable to sense anything physically, but we were encapsulated in a kind of mental state. A completely unknown state, a kind of hibernation. A descent was imminent. Everyone awoke from the trance, and it seemed the craft was slowly landing. At last, they stepped out into a new world. Beautiful beings with sharp, clear eyes came towards them with welcoming smiles. All three were greeted warmly. Yes, all three.